Dustin Young, Lone Roamer, and I have a really fun comparison video for you today. So we're going to talk about the Vorsprung Smashpot, Secus, and Luftkappe. We're just going to compare them. This video is just about which is right for you and how do they differ between each other. I've got some pretty good experience on the three at this point, so I'm just going to give you a quick comparison, so maybe help you make a choice on which one you should buy to make an upgrade to your bike. Now, if you want to know specifics, you can go to the specific video. I did a video on the Luftkappe, I did a video on the Smashpot, and I did a video on the Secus. So if you want real specifics and understand exactly how each one performs in its own characteristics, that's the place to go. Watch those videos to give you more information to make a choice. This is literally to compare the three together and talk about which one I would buy based on what I'm going to do depending on rider type. Okay, that's it. So let's start with the Luftkappe. Not real expensive, gives you small bump compliance, keeps you from adding much weight. This is for somebody looking for a quick upgrade. They're on a light trail bike and they really want to just get better small bump compliance than they have today, better traction in the front end than they have today, so they can scoot along the trail just a wee bit faster and have that high confidence, that front wheel's stuck to the ground, and really that's what it does. It is a bang for the buck, a great upgrade. It's a great starting upgrade because you can always either get rid of it if you don't like it. It's easy to change, it's completely reversible. It can be done by yourself or your local shop pretty easily. So great little upgrade, and you're going to get some improved small bump compliance. Now, we're going to do these in order, in my opinion. Now we're going to go to the Secus. Compared to a Luftkappe, you get amazing small bump compliance, amazing front end traction, way better. This is a big jump in performance. It's also a big jump in price. And it's more of an install. You can do it yourself. Make sure you have the tools. Don't damage the air shaft trying to do it. Make sure you've got the right parts and that you know how to do a full service. You've done it more than once, and this is something, or you're willing to take your time. If not, have this done by your professional suspension shop. Again, I always say if you're in Northern California, Mike can do all these. Just take it to Mike at Full Flow Suspension, get this stuff knocked out. Or whoever your local suspension shop is. There's a lot of great suspension shops, I'm sure, around the country. Matter of fact, you have a suspension shop you want to give a shout out to, put it in the comments. Give a shout out to your local suspension shop that's kicking some butt and doing some good work for you. So, the Secus gives you mid-stroke support that they say you get mid-stroke support or a coil-like fill from a Luftkappe. You don't. It's not a coil-like fill. The mid-stroke support, I've not noticed anything that is relevant to me. It's not. It's a great traction improver for small bump. It helps with maybe 10 or 15% of the stroke, best I can tell. The Secus, it covers 2/3 of the travel, no doubt about it. You are getting a huge improvement in how the bike behaves. The first third, it's just soaking up the trail, the traction's high, the confidence is high, and it's about a 1/4 pound of weight over stock, and probably close to that over a Luftkappe. And so you're a little bit more weight. It is unsprung weight now, but it is not rotational weight, so not that big of a deal, and it's not enough of an upgrade. If weight's a problem, I keep referencing it. I don't really care. If you ever look at how the Yeti's built, I clearly don't care. But for those that do, this is still really light, really only a 1/4 pound, and it's a big improvement in suspension. Also, let's talk about the difference between rider type. If you're a really light rider, watch the other videos to get into it. Man, this is an improvement you just can't miss. If you weigh less than 150 pounds, you should be doing this. If you weigh less than 125 pounds, you absolutely should have one of these on your bike. It is a monster difference in setup and performance. Go watch the Secus video. I'll get into the why on that on the video. It's fast, it's fun, it doesn't weigh a lot, and it's just a hell of an upgrade, okay? Let's talk about the Smashpot. Now, the Smashpot adds about 1 pound to a fork, give or take. It can be as low as 1/2 pound, but you'd have to be a 100-pound rider for that to be true. This is a heck of an upgrade for a light rider. It is really smooth. You get rid of a lot of stiction. Again, with the Secus, you still have a lot of stiction because it's an air spring, and 50% of your 50% of your friction or stiction, it comes from all those seals that are going on in there, and the Smashpot pretty much eliminates the bulk of those. You still have what you have with the damper, and you still have a dust wiper seal, but that's it. You've eliminated most of the rest of the issue that you get with an air sprung system. So you're gonna have a massively improved traction feeling. It's gonna feel super smooth all the time, and it is. Here's the thing, the Secus is a huck, in my opinion, it's the hucker's upgrade. If you huck, the Smashpot isn't your upgrade. If you're a technical trail charging, rock smashing, party having, loose dirt riding rider, the Smashpot is your upgrade. It's just crazy the difference it makes. If I said it in another video, I'm gonna say it again, if traction is the premium to you over weight, Smashpot. If weight matters and you still want good traction, Secus. If weight matters a lot and you just want some traction, Luftkappe. These really come down to being traction mechanisms, a way to improve traction on the front end. That's what you're hunting for if you're trying to make these changes, because it is traction. I mean, small bump compliance is all about eliminating hand fatigue, eliminating a chattering front end, and higher traction because the wheel is tracking the ground better. That's what you're hunting for here. And they do this, the order I gave it is the order in which they do that exact thing in. You just have to decide the detriment you want of weight, right? If the weight matters to you, or if you are gonna be jumping a lot, then you know you need to do a Secus. So I just wanted to do a quick comparison and say, hey, these are your big things, right? These are the main differences. I'm gonna say this again, I'll say it in every video. If you start with a Luftkappe and you decide to go to Secus, take the Luftkappe out. You don't run them together, it's absolutely terrible. I tried it because I gotta try everything. There's no like, oh, you're gonna die that I didn't read anything like they're incompatible in some way that causes a life safety issue. Vorsprung, if you watch this and it does, please say so. I did not see that, and the disclaimer is, that's just my opinion, okay? It rides like crap. That's the problem. It is a terrible thing to combine. What's really cool with Luftkappe, you can still use the OEM tokens. The really cool thing about the Secus is not only can you use the OEM tokens, but you can also use the DSD runt and the MRP ramp control. So, if you really want some more bottom out control without using factory tokens, that's another way you can do it with that. Thing about a Smashpot that's super rad is, it's self-serviceable, a lot of oil, and you're gonna change out your springs. It's not that bad to do. The hydraulic bottom out system on that is spectacular. It is so much better than trying to use air to ramp a bike, because you're not getting that super harsh feeling that you get, especially when you use a small air chamber. A pneumatic way to stop bottom out is always going to be more harsh, because the smaller the chamber, the faster it compresses, the pressure is just, in comparison to something that's hydraulic, it's just not as smooth and comfortable. You can dial it in a little higher, but it just doesn't feel as good. So they did a fantastic job with the Smashpot. It rides really nice, and you have really good bottom out control. I hope this helped. I hope it maybe helps you make a decision about the three. If you can have two forks, if you've got the budget for it, build yourself a Smashpot fork. Know that that's it. It's pretty much non-reversible. I mean, maybe quick or early on you could reverse it before anything happens with that coil moving around against the bushing system in that leg. But at some point it's going to be not reversible. And so know that it's done, but try it. It's a lot of fun. Or maybe you can find somebody who owns one that you can just try it out. You'll have to change the spring in it. And then it's a pretty cool upgrade. If you have a way to try one, it's not gonna be that easy, but if you have a way to try one, it's pretty cool. Again, I hope this really helps you make a decision between the three. They are a lot of fun. It's really cool that somebody's putting a lot of time and effort into helping you improve how your suspension behaves, and that they've put this much thought into the different types of riders and us having these choices as riders to figure out exactly what kind of front end we want on our bikes. And so I really think it's awesome, the stuff that they build. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please hit like, please subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you out on the trails.